video games. Alright. So, I will be drinking under these two premises. I will drink whenever my character has a drink, and if I fail a skill check, because there are skill checks in this, I will also take a drink. Play. We will be doing one player, full game. Oh yeah, there's also going to be a lot of me reading as well. Camp Spooky, the stage of some of our dearest summers. Back then we were young and unafraid. With school, actually, hold on. Let me change the thing real quick. Monster 2. There we go. We have changed the thing. It is now accurate, so that if people are raiding for some reason, they're not gonna think that I'm still playing Revengeance. With school far away, everything seemed possible as the sun embraced us on our way to camp. Summer has that distinct power, doesn't it? You live for the days while the nights inebriate you with possibilities. It's like life could take a turn at every corner. And for us, it did. Alright. So, there's a lot of people to pick from. There is a lot, but I always love choosing Modius from Helltaker. Modius.
One by one, they'll all join my harem.
Aw. Alright, we're gonna take the Machete, the Lemonade Dakimakura, and the Book of Orgy Etiquette. One might say that the Monster Prom had hardened us on the highs and lows of love. But no, in love we're always absolute beginners. And summer camp was no different. No one talked about it, but the idea of a summer love loomed over our heads. Close to the last day of camp, there was a meteor shower happening just 5 weeks away. Everyone knew that if you were into someone, you were going to watch that damn thing together. And so a silent yet powerful pressure invaded us. It was the Monster Prom all over again. Everything seemed uncertain, everything but one thing. Whoever we were asking on a meteor shower date, it was probably going to be one of the 6 coolest people on that bus. Joy Johnson Jojima, 23, a badass witch who wanted to chill a bit after saving the world countless times. Aravi Mishra, 22, a hot-headed adventurer possessed by a curse who had turned out to be the most annoying roommate ever. Calculester Hewlett-Packard, version 1.1, a library computer who had become a sentient robot ready to experience life to its fullest. Dahlia Aquino, 20, a buff blue demon and warmonger who had set her sights on conquering summer next. Damien LaVey, 21, a fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire. And Milo Belladonna, 23, a Death Reaper doubling as an internet influencer and who was profoundly in love with life and all of its earthly pleasures. The bus trip was long, and all of summer could be shaped by the first step well taken. And so it was clear. It all came down to breaking the ice and causing a good impression with the right person. Alright, I want to try and get with Aravi, so I believe Aravi's thing is Weeb, I think. I think. Interview with the very sexy vampire. I think that's the one I want. No, it was Joy, darn it. Yeah, because she's a witch. Alright, fine. Oh, I love that book. I'm a sucker for a sexy bloodsucker. What did you think about the very sexy vampire's turbulent childhood, Modius? The story about his father's death made me cry. Okay, fine, I'm lying. I mostly paid attention to the photography in the book. But I promise it was purely to study the photographer's craft and not because I was entranced by the subject's rippling abs. I brought that book to camp, actually. You wanna peruse it with me for the rest of the drive? Sure. We had only 5 weeks left to woo our crushes and conquer their hearts. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Start the game.
Let's engage in proper camp activities.
Alright, so if I were to guess, Joy would love smarts and creativity if I had to guess. So smarts, we need more of those, and creativity as well. But we're gonna, yeah, you know what? We'll do creativity first. Creativity's in the bottom left here. Modius, what are you doing? That day, all the scouts made a braid chain as a team-building exercise. You learn all sorts of new ways to braid hair. But the person braiding your hair accidentally ties an infinity knot into your head. There's no way to untie it. You can see into infinity. Right before Coach gives you the worst haircut of your life, you see how all of your friends will die. It's useful in helping you eliminate David Davidson, the doomed deer person, from your romantic prospects. You also watch every Marvel movie that will ever be released. You gain +2 creativity from witnessing so many plot twists. Ooh, so many different outfits. You duck into another of Coach's safety lectures so you can sit behind your friends and smell their hair. Modius, please.
Hello, my beloved scout.
Pop quiz, everybody. Suppose you're trapped in the woods during a forest fire. How do you survive?
Level up, loser.
Easy, I switched to one of the 11 fire-resistant armor sets I carry with me at all times.
This is the first day of the rest of your life.
Why survive when you can thrive? I'd invite some friends and organize a fire tasting. I'd run out of the woods, like away from the fire.
You're not getting a badge for this.
Nice try, Joy, but fire's vision is based on movement. You'll lead it right to you.
Enough of this.
What? Fire can't see. Not as long as you stand perfectly still. I don't mean to complain, Coach, but none of these survival scenarios seem particularly relevant to me. An ancient curse that can't die. Got any better ones? Don't worry, most dishonorable Hex. I've got one that's sure to be relevant to all of you. Okay, let's say hypothetically that it's the year 3000 and Chuck E. Cheese Entertainment has supplanted all the world's governments. That seems accurate. I'm listening. Chuck E. Cheese himself has not been seen in person for years. He communicates with the populace through ever-present screens and watches them with the camera eyes of 1 million animatronic servants. Pizza has become the world's dominant religion. Heck yeah. And children are forced to work in the fun mines. Heck yeah. Harvesting tickets from rigged arcade machines to trade for food and shelter. Heck yeah. You're being tracked by Munch's make-believe band, an arm of the Chuck Cheesy and Secret Police, because today is your birthday and they want to sing to you. What do you do?
Not happening.
This is somehow even dumber than the fire thing. I'm leaving.
That's not a very scout thing to do.
Really, Joy? You're gonna leave all those hypothetical people to die? Come on, Joy. Say yes to hypothetical life. It will amuse me. Joy's conflicted. Milo's in for the lulz, and Countess Mishra's in it for the XP. But none of them have any idea how to solve this. So it's up to you to suggest a solution. Unity is strength. Pool everyone's tickets together to buy the revolutionary giraffe plush. If the world is one big fast food restaurant, there's only one solution: release the Kraken. Darn it! Well, already off to a harrowing start. I see. Fantastique. You would release the Kraken against me? The Karen? I thought it said the Kraken. You would release the Karen against me? You're mad. You're all mad. Modius, don't do this. No force in the world can control a Karen. Her white privilege is too strong.
Worst episode ever.
What good is defeating the Chuck Cheesian Empire if the process we become the very thing we hate? Thank you, Animal Farm. Don't listen to these nerds. Trafficking with occult powers to help me kill stuff is basically all I do. Oh, you're not going to kill the Chuck Cheesian Empire, you tell her. You're going to ask to speak to its manager. You describe the necessary rituals: the sprinkling of essential oils, the offering of Botox injections, and compliments, the sacrifice of a live millennial. Okay, the ritual is complete. Roll to summon Karen. Whip out your survival dice and roll L1. Oh dear, Modius. According to the Survival Master's Guide, a natural 1 means Karen turns on you and your friends. In fact, literally any die result means that. Karen's existence to protect the dominant power structure, not subvert it. Karen writes an op-ed about how spoiled millennials refuse to work in the fun mines in exchange for healthcare. She also informs on you to the Cheese Police, and you're all captured. He tossed you into the pit of balls, a bottomless chasm filled with colorful plastic orbs without end. Once you're in it, it's impossible to get out. You sink forever in whimsical torment. The end.
How tasteless.
No, this is not how I like to interact with balls. Darn it, Milo.
I'm not carrying you.
Oh, this is what we get for choosing a plan that didn't have any killing. Thanks a lot, Modius. Calm down, everybody. It was a fake scenario. We're all fine.
Master Scout should know better.
I thought you'd say that, but this survival scenario has real-world consequences. You must all eat cold, greasy pizza until you regret your choices. Gross. Coach buries you in pizza. No one is happy except for most dishonorable Hex. And even most dishonorable Hex gets sick of the pizza eventually. You lose 2 fun and 1 charm. No!
This time, I'll get it right.
I hope so. I hope so, Modius. Let's get our smarts. That day, you go on a hiking trip with a bunch of random campers. You live in some weird adventures and share personal stories and secrets. You don't know their names, and they don't seem to have their own character models, but they reveal to you they're part of a different game, a survival resource managing one. Turns out, they cannot perceive your character model. You go to the same camp, yet you're part of different games. This is deeply strange and makes you reflect so much about your own existence that you gain +2 smarts out of it. They apparently gain 10 berries and 2 stamina, whatever that means. Oh my goodness. Later, you're helping MME Johnson Jojima collect some medicinal herbs in the woods and low-key hoping you find some weed. Lady Aquino of Hell tagged along with you. Oh, Modius, check out these yellow blossoms. This is yarrow and also known as Knight's Milfoil. Excuse me. It's a very potent healing agent and rare for the season, so MME Johnson Jojima. Check out this witch herb I found. It's brown and furry and it's biting me a lot. That means it's going to make a very good spell. That's a tarantula. Try not to feel too left out, Modius. MME Johnson Jojima and I are both witches in the coven, so that's why we're experts on all this nature spell stuff. Lady Aquino of Hell, you are not in the coven, and that's not a medical herb. You are holding an actual squirrel right now. Wow, what is that tasty scent wafting into my nose holes? Could it be delicious children I smell, mucking around in my precious forest? Oh fuck, it's the Baba Yaga. The very old witch who lives in the forest. She's mean and annoying and terrifying and smells like soup. But you'd still hit it. Aha, I have caught you, naughty, naughty children. Get your grubby rat hands off my herbs and get out of my forest, or else I shall cast a dreadful curse upon you. Ha! It's not your forest. Technically, this land is owned by the Chinese International Petroleum Corporation, and we're just here to collect medicinal herbs for potions, so just chill. Did you say that you're collecting herbs for potions? Huh, what are naughty children? What are you naughty children? Witches? Are you witches, children? As a matter of fact, Baba Yaga, I am a witch.
I'm here to save the day.
And I'm a witch too. Check out my witch muscles. Doesn't this bicep scream witch to you? No, she's not. Ha, you two naughty children are not witches. You're just a goth who likes to play pretend, and you're just some random blue big boy. Rah. Hey, how dare you? I am a witch. Oh, and also I'm a girl. Preposterous, you're not a girl because girls cannot have muscles. You two are not witches. Why, I bet you've never even eaten a single child. True witches live in the woods. They keep little kitties and file noise complaints. Oh, and I suppose witches do magic, but really the child eating is the most important part.
Not happening.
Children eating is a very outdated, inhumane magic practice. A vast majority of witches have sworn off it completely. It makes us all look really bad when witches eat kids. Ha ha ha, this naughty child thinks she is a witch. She presumes to tell me that a witch should not eat children. Truly, the modern youth is corrupted beyond repair. I shall not even start on the big blue boy. Boy, were you not so racked with muscles, perhaps I would eat you and gain your soul's magic. Rah! Holy shit, Baba Yaga's opinions are so outdated, she's about to start eating your friends. Quick, figure out how to open her mind to your modern ways. Remind the Baba Yaga of the good old days, when she was a trailblazer advocating for the new controversial hobby of eating children. Introduce the Baba Yaga to the most wonderful cultural phenomenon of the last 2,000 years, K-pop. I'm gonna do this. Yes! You ask the Baba Yaga if she ever was considered too progressive. She was probably criticized for eating children at first, right? That couldn't have been popular. Rah, this ugly child is correct. There was a time when I was quite the activist for witches, you know. Ah, those were the good old days, about 3,000 years ago. Ah, 'twas better times. I was one of the first witches to ever eat a child in public, and oh, how the world hated me for my beliefs. They tried to burn me at the stake. That's what they do to most witches. Whoa, fuck, they burned you at the stake? Why, aren't you, like, dead and now burned up? Ha 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 ha. Yes, indeed, they tried to burn me at the stake, fools. I cast a protection spell on myself and hid 12 sticks of dynamite under my robes. Dynamite is a classic witch weapon. Us witches use it all the time, sick. Yes, those fools. They were able to change with the times. Couldn't handle my push for progress. I'm just like that Jesus fellow everyone was so impressed with.
That's not vegan.
Holy shit, no, you are advocating for something inhumane and horrible. We are not the same, Baba Yaga. Witches shouldn't eat kids. I'm a fucking vegan, for goddess' sake. Rah, Well, you naughty children might have a point. Maybe it is a good thing that witches are evolving. Progress is inevitable, you know. Perhaps not eating children is the new eating children. How baffling. Well, you naughty children, I shall spare your lives for today. I must consult my kitty cat about all these strange modern ways. Now get out of my forest, rah.
Okay, that was not bad.
Ugh, I absolutely can't stand her, but if this conversation helped open the Baba Yaga's mind even a tiny bit, then it was probably a good thing. Thanks, Modius. Yeah, thanks for getting the Baba Yaga to tell us her witch stories, Modius. I really feel like I learned something. Something about what it really means to be a witch and how to kill people with dynamite. I'm a better witch than ever. Nope, you're not a witch. Not even a little. Not at all. Not a witch. Spend the rest of the afternoon helping MME Johnson Jojima finish her herb collection. It's fun, and your friends are grateful you chased off the Baba Yaga with your conversation skills. Which nobody's looking, or while nobody's looking, you eat an herb that you think might be weed. It's not weed at all, but it does give you +2 charm and 1 boldness. Hell yeah. Alright.
Do you like chocolate pancakes?
I do. Thank you for asking, Modius. Alright. Walk over to where Joy is relaxing with her book by the firelight. I guess we're going after Joy because that's the choice we got. Ready to ruin her privacy. But before you can sit down, Scott appears with a laptop. Oh my goodness. Joy, thank goodness you're not busy. I have something important to discuss with you.
Can't I read in peace?
Oh yeah, sure. I'm not busy at all with this book. I've been trying to finish this. I got here and I'm only on page 15 because people keep interrupting. Yeah, great. Okay, I need you to be serious and stick with me for a moment. This is important. Scott opens the laptop to a PowerPoint presentation. It's got a rainbow gradient background with lots of text transitions and it's titled Improving the Coven by Scott. You see, Joy, it is my duty as a Coven member. You are not a Coven member. To always keep an eye on the Coven's performance and look for ways to improve it. It's one of the benefits of having a member with a military background. No need to you are not part of the military! Don't worry, I won't. Now, let's start with efficiency. I've analyzed lots of Coven's previous adventures, and they always rely on a magic spell or artifact saving the day at the last second.
What a plot twist.
Well, yeah, of course, that's how you build suspense. Otherwise, there's no dynamism to how the plot unfolds. True, but it's a waste of resources. I propose that we make one super spell / artifact that we can use in all situations. I've suggested a magic bazooka.
Not happening.
I'm not doing that. Next up, the dress code. You, Faith, and Hope have got the black and purple color scheme down, but your outfits are also different. Therefore, I propose we put out a standard issue Coven uniform, preferably something with camo and that will show off my rippling abs. A uniform? No way. Haven't you ever heard of expressing individuality? What? Soldiers don't need to express individuality, Joy. They just need to take orders and look hot doing so. Joy is rolling her eyes so hard that you're worried she's going to have a stroke. Maybe you could suggest a Coven improvement to end the argument. The Coven's power is based on the triple goddess. They always need to have 3 members, not 4. So after much analysis, I've concluded that the Coven needs to be 80% more anime. No, we're gonna go with
Nice
this.
touch.
Yes, that's an excellent point, Modius, and it's something I've been saying for a very long time. Like, such a fucking long time, honestly. Alright, yeah, I totally understand. Rules are rules. So who's gonna break the news to Hope? To Hope? We're not kicking Hope out. The Coven, nay, the world can't lose Hope.
Such a climax.
That's why every time Hope dies, we have to do this huge thing to bring her back, because Hope is the last thing you lose before ultimate destruction. I see. Well, it can't be you, Joy, because you're the cool, badass leader. Guilty as charged. And we can't lose Faith either. She's our level-headed voice of reason, and she's too good at making coffee for the team to give up. Yeah, that's true. Faith does make a mean cup of joe. Wait, so what do we do? If we can't lose Joy, Hope, or Faith, then who do we kick out? Or then who do we need to kick out? Well, I don't know. Maybe since you have that whole military background thing, you can decide who's the least optimal and report back to me? Okay, good idea. Thank you for entrusting this difficult task to me, Joy. I promise I won't let you down. What? Don't look at me like that. I just couldn't say it to her face. She looks so sincere and stuff. I'm sure she'll figure it out eventually. In any case, thank you for helping me get rid of her, Modius. You're a great ally to the Coven. Hell yeah, you are. Maybe Faith makes the best coffee, but you definitely make the best friend. Aww. Good morning.
This time, I'll get it right.
I hope so too, Modius. Alright, we need creativity back. It's time for more love pet potion making! That day in Monster Scouts, you practice writing speeches in preparation for possibly being killed by a bear. You want to get your last words right. You decide to write a heartfelt poem dedicated to your favorite things in life. Monster Camp, the smell of rain, the bittersweet joy of watching the sun set for the very last time in chicken tenders. Everyone is moved by your poem. You're pretty sure you make the nearby bears cry. You gain +2 creativity. You're taking a walk, which is your go-to excuse to get some good farts out, when you see Joy and Scott. Looks like they're wandering around with cameras and taking pictures. Oh my goodness, it actually is Scott this time. Scott, I'm trying to get a good shot of the extremely dead possum over here, but I can't get the focus quite right. Any ideas?
What?
Coach always says that you gotta stay focused the whole game, even if you think there might be a bone buried under the field. Does that help? You've gotten a sufficient amount of farts out for the time being, so you wander over and ask what these two hotties are up to.
Oh, hi.
Oh, Scott and I are just taking pictures for our photography class. Photography keeps me slightly distracted from the constant, never-ending stress of my world-saving duties. And I love taking pictures. You know that feeling when someone pats your head for being a good boy? If you take a picture, you can remember it forever instead of just 15 minutes.
Ugh.
What are you doing here, Modius? You're not, by any chance, here to follow us around and try to get one of us to sleep with you? You start nervously sweating and assure Joy that you're not here to increase your stats until one of them agrees to bone. You're here because because you also love photography. Yeah, let's go with that. To prove it, you whip out your phone and show them all the pics you've taken of your semi-nude body. Wait, we're doing photography. That's a phone. Phones don't make pictures. Don't worry, it's an easy mistake to make. I get my camera confused with Calculaster all the time. You show Scott that your phone can indeed take pictures. You open your camera app, snap a picture of his tail, even though it's wagging a lot, and you show it to him. Whoa, a phone can take a picture and it can also take a call? I didn't know that one thing could do two things. Modius, you're obviously some kind of photography expert. You gotta check out my technique and give me coach tips to improve my form. Scott shows you enjoy his picture-taking technique, which is mostly just pointing at shiny objects excitedly and throwing his camera at them. You tell Scott that you've got a game-changing tip for him. He needs to press the big black shiny shutter button on the camera. That'll up his game for sure. Wait a second, Scott, have you not been pressing the shutter button? We've been out here for 3 hours. God, it's no wonder you got an incomplete on our last assignment. Wait, so if you hit the big button, the camera actually takes the picture? Before I was just politely asking the camera to take it. My mind is blown. Well, even I have to admit, that was a pretty helpful piece of advice. I'm almost convinced you're not just here to sleep with one of us. So you're really such a fan of photography. Surely you can give me some pointers too, right? I love to hear from your expertise. Uh-oh, Joy's calling your bluff, and she'll be way less easy to impress than Scott. You'll have to convince her you're a real pro, and you'll yet again be exposed as super horny on main. So, Modius, why don't you tell me what's your biggest photography secret? I cannot disclose photography's biggest secret, Joy. Goodness sakes alive. I'd be betraying photography's trust. Okay, so you knew about the button to take pictures, but what about this other secret button? It's to take better pictures. Oh, Ugh, darn it! Oh. All right, a drink. Oh my goodness, hold on. I need to check something real quick. E for E10 plus. All right, very funny, since photography obviously didn't tell you anything, I think we can assume. Photography told you its secrets? Are you serious, Modius? I'm so bummed, since I've been doing so much photography lately, I thought that me and photography were already best buds. It's okay, don't listen to her. You and photography are definitely good buds or whatever. You've been working really hard at it and getting somewhat better. But photography's never told me one secret, or asked me to help it move apartments because I'm so strong. Dang, maybe photography doesn't see me a good bro. Scott, I promise you it's okay. Photography is just an abstract concept and not a real person with secrets and an apartment. Are you saying photography doesn't exist? That's impossible. If photography doesn't exist, then who steals the film and the camera and takes it to the North Pole and turns it into your pictures and sends it back to you? I'm so confused, my heart hurts, rather. Scott runs away, claiming that he needs to dig a hole and put his stress inside of it. Oh goddess, he's pretty upset. This is as bad as the time he almost found out the Easter Bunny isn't real. Modius, I know you'll say whatever dumb shit you can to try and date me, but you could try not to be such a dick in the future. Darn it! Ouch, Joy's pissed at you. Scott's heartbroken, and you forgot to call your mom yesterday, and it was her birthday. You're such an idiot that you lose 2 boldness and 1 fun. Oh my goodness sakes. Evening.
Should have brought my sledgehammer.
I don't want to ask, Modius. Smarts! That day you get lost hiking in the woods, you use the stars, aka nature's compass, to get back to camp. Stars actually teach you all sorts of things, like how one of the stars in Orion's belt is actually a nebula. The stars also teach you Italian, the quadratic formula, and the true meaning of friendship. Wow, the stars sure are smart, and they give you +2 smarts. Afterwards, oh my goodness. Afterwards, you're hanging out with your #1 summer crush, MME Johnson Jojima. It's National Fondly Reminisce upon the past day, so she's flipping through the pics on her phone with you.
Hell yeah.
Oh, this was back from Season 3, right after we beat that mutant spider. Faith looks so cute in this one. And look at that awesome Fleetwood Mac t-shirt I'm wearing. That t-shirt was so cool. It was vintage from the 78 tour. Stevie Nicks blessed it herself. Whatever happened to that shirt? Did I sacrifice it to the goddess or something? Oh wait, I remember exactly where I left it. Fuck. MME Johnson Jojima makes a mysterious phone call. She starts asking about the Fleetwood Mac t-shirt. The person on the other end of the line is obviously not being chill about it. Listen, Axorax, I know things ended badly between us, but can you please just give me my Fleetwood Mac t-shirt? I specifically remember leaving it in your evil lair. I know you know which t-shirt I'm talking about. I didn't leave multiple t-shirts in your lair. No, there is definitely no need to discuss it in person. Do not portal here! Suddenly a magical portal opens. An objectively sexy centipede person emerges, and they are giving off palpably villainous vibes. MME Johnson Jojima, baby, I've come to speak with you in person just like you wanted me to. You look as lovely as that day I wrapped you in my bug silk. No, Axorax, I specifically said that I did not want to talk to you in person. You're doing that thing again where you gaslight me into spending time with you, which is bullshit. Modius, meet my X Axarax. There's a magical evil, they're a magical evil centipede person I defeated back in Season 3. I know they look hot, but don't let your guard down. They mind-controlled everyone in Philadelphia and tried to make all the civilians jump into a pit of centipede venom. Oh, you make me sound so evil, MME Johnson Jojima, but that's all in the past now, gorgeous. We should focus on the present in this very important t-shirt debacle. Why don't we ditch the third wheel? You and I can go out for coffee and talk it over. Or perhaps we can enjoy a romantic dinner. Do any restaurants around serve pre-chewed aphids? Axarax, if I go get one coffee with you, do you promise to immediately hand over the shirt? Show me the shirt right now before I waste my time. Oh yes, let me check inside my carapace. Oops, silly me, looks like I forgot to bring the t-shirt. Guess we'll have to keep hanging out until my portal spell recharges. I've told you so many times that I'm not okay with us hanging out, because we always end up getting back together. It's a toxic cycle, but fuck it, I really want that t-shirt. Axarax is stressing out your potential thick goth GF. Unacceptable! Get that Fleetwood Mac t-shirt for MME Johnson Jojima by any means necessary. Set up a black market exclusively for buying and selling MME Johnson Jojima's belongings. You'll trade for the t-shirt. That could be smart. Call the police and send out an Amber Alert for the t-shirt. Axarax can't hide from the power of a vigilant community. And that could be creative. Black market, no! Oh. I don't have a good feeling about this one, lads. You're going to make MME Johnson Jojima's dreams come true through the dark powers of supply and demand. If you get to work right away on your illegal MME Johnson Jojima themed black market. A few hours later, the black market is up and running. Literally everything on sale was once owned or touched by MME Johnson Jojima. It's super fucking creepy. Disturbingly, it's also pretty popular. Turns out the Coven has some dedicated fans and lots of magical beings who want gently used witch items. Come get MME Johnson Jojima's genuine, authentic spell herbs found in her trash, screams one creepy salesman. I've also got MME Johnson Jojima's chapstick that she lost on a road trip. Buy or trade. This dark market is heaven on earth for a MME Johnson Jojima connoisseur such as myself. I'm certain there shall be some merchandise I'm quite interested in acquiring. Luckily, I've got some very valuable MME Johnson Jojima paraphernalia. I didn't want to let go of the t-shirt so soon, but if I see something that really catches my eye, mwahaha. Axarax showed up just like you planned. You asked them to trade you MME Johnson Jojima's Fleetwood Mac t-shirt in exchange for a piece of gum that MME Johnson Jojima chewed, that you kept for some reason. A chewed piece of gum still, should still have trace amounts of her DNA, which I can still use to make MME Johnson Jojima flavored ant silks. It's a deal, you sick freak. Yes, you got the t-shirt back from Axarax. Now you should return it to MME Johnson Jojima and shut down this creepy-ass black market. Unless, technically you could keep trading. This t-shirt is valuable, and you know you could Wolf of Wall Street the shit out of this whole place. You spend hours training and managing to barter your way into owning the most valuable item on the market, MME Johnson Jojima's used sock. It was a cash value of $445,000. Freeze, creeps, this is absolute bullshit, and I'm here with the cops to raid the whole place. Thanks for your undercover work, Agent Dwyer. Mission completed, says MME Johnson Jojima's undercover agent. I got the t-shirt back just like you wanted. I just had to trade Modius one of your used tissues.
You're not a big bad, but you're still very bad at this.
Ew, Modius, this is not okay. I expected it from these weirdos. I guess I should have expected you from you too. Ugh. You tried to explain, but it's too late. You look like a creep, and to be fair, you are a creep. You lose 3 smarts due to your creep energy. Darn it!
The time has come, and so have I.
You head over to the campfire to roast the exotic bug shish kebab you've lovingly crafted when you see Joy and Calculus to write in a notebook. We could put fire extinguisher. Oh my goodness, that poor man. We could put fire extinguishers under every log so responsible campers could stop reckless ones.
May I chime in?
Or we can put the campfire out immediately to prevent the need for fire extinguishers at all.
Hello, fellow organic life forms.
Oh, hello, friend Modius. Friend Joy and I were brainstorming ways to make the campfire a safer place for all of our friends. And frenemies. Of course, normally a campfire poses limited dangers, but since this is Camp Spooky, friend Milo came dangerously close to the campfire the other day, dragging several campers with them to get a perfect firelit selfie.
Ugh.
The prank masters have been known to pop in now and then, and they definitely stole some fire in a jar last time. Who knows what they did with it? I do know what. It was not safe. And of course, there's Damien, being Damien. And friend Dahlia, being friend Dahlia.
Oh.
So with all that in mind, we need a way to get people to be safe around the fire. Or make the fire itself safer. No, Calculester, I've told you, fires don't hurt monsters, monsters hurt monsters. Well, that logic doesn't add up completely, and you suspect it's just Joy being a bit tipsy and not thinking things through. Time to find a better solution. Hey Joy, let's design and implement a fire harassment seminar to teach our fellow campers to respect fire's personal space.
You know what you're doing. don't
Thank
you?
goodness, that actually was hers. Oh dang, that's actually super smart, and maybe they'll be able to translate those skills into their relationships with two other monsters too.
I realize you are attempting to help.
Judging by past behaviors and learning curves, friend Joy, my calculations indicate a near zero chance of this. A girl can dream, Calculester. A girl can dream.
I need to restart.
True. I forgot because I cannot dream. I can only power down or go into sleep mode, but alas, this does not bring me dreams. Given our classmates' general lack of common sense, I think we should come up with some simple, clear guidelines. Our seminar subsections can include a model called Where to Touch a Fire. The answer is nowhere. We can also give helpful tips like fire burns, and a fire cannot give consent, so please keep your genitalia away from it. Surely organic life forms must know that their much-needed reproductive organs should not be placed near a substance so hazardous to them. You'd think, Calculester. You'd think.
Ugh.
Apparently, you haven't spent nearly enough time with Damien. I think with these instructions, even our most reckless classmates should successfully learn the importance of respecting a fire's personal space.
Let's save the world.
Great idea, Modius. You're welcome in my personal space anytime. Yeah, boy! By which I mean you can sit next to me around the campfire for now. Joy winks at you, and the feeling it gives you is warmer than the glow from any campfire. Bring out your flasks. I'll make my choices. Ah, welcome, welcome. You new here? Don't fret, let me explain how this works. All these drinks are free, just grab whichever one you want, it's that easy. If you want to unlock more free drinks, talk to the guy who runs the meta shop. How does the meta shop work, you ask? Well, that's above my pay grade, I'm just a cat in a wizard hat. Enjoy the drinks.
One by one, they'll all join my
Oh my goodness, okay, sure. Let's do the pixel drink. Sex on the beach. Ah, sex on the beach. I brought this drink to the next level, as you can see. Give it a try, I assure you it'll be a fun ride.
Let's drink our sins away.
This is the part where I leave before you puke all over me. Ciao. Drink.
Should have brought my sledgehammer.
I need more smarts to regain the smarts I lost. During your hike through the woods, you find a baby bird that's fallen out of his nest. You nurse him back to health with some delicious trail mix. You also give him some great advice on puberty and how to do his taxes when he grows up. Then the mama bird finds you, and she is pissed that you're holding her baby. She tries to peck your eyes out, but you fight her off. You've learned an important lesson today. Don't fuck with birds. You gain +2 smarts. Okay then. You emerge into a clearing to find Veronica and Joy crouched around something.
Hey,
Modius, perfect. Maybe you can help us here. If by help you mean silently drool over us before making some kind of wacky decision that endanger us all, then sure. Hey, don't knock wacky decisions that endanger us all. That's how I managed to stay a step ahead of my nemesis. Fair enough. Far be it for me to judge how another woman deals with her nemesis. Hecate knows I've got some unorthodox strategies of my own. And speaking of unorthodox strategies, I think we've run out of conventional methods for attempting to identify this creature. Oh, so it's a creature. That's more than you were able to figure out by looking at it. It gives you a mournful look with one of its fins.
Are you gonna finish that?
Hell no, guys. I say it's a solid pretzel and we should just try eating it.
shut up, Hex.
For the last time, Zowie, I'm not eating it until I know for sure what stat bonuses it'll give me, and I won't know that if we can't identify it. The creature, unperturbed, photosynthesizes defiantly. Oh, excuse me. Well, judging by its aura, it's some kind of petrified seagull. The creature winks at you with what is either a mouth or an Ethernet port. But its dropping seem to indicate that it's more like an illustrated guide on how a bill becomes a law. The creature somehow acquires about a dozen more fingers. Oh, I just want to leave this rotten thing alone, but I'm consumed by the fire of discovery. I must know. So what do you say, Joy? Is this the point in the adventure where we ask for aid from an unlikely ally? I guess it is. So what do you think, Modius? How can we figure out what this creature is? And don't say try having sex with it. I know where your mind is at. You sheepishly crumble at the big neon sign you made that reads try having sex with it. It's time for Plan B. Look it up its call using Shazam. When in doubt, it's a bear. It's a bear. No! Oh. Why must it always be boldness? Why must it always be boldness? Coach is always saying that bears can take any form. Not so fast, campers. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, as they say, but that's not bear at all. Why would that be bad news? Bears are dangerous, and I, for one, am glad we're not dealing with one. Oh, wait, I poured it, but I never took a drink. Hold on. I have fixed that. Okay. I'm glad you have a healthy respect for how dangerous bears are, Joy, but I never said you weren't dealing with a bear.
That's what bears want you to think.
This creature isn't a bear, that much is true, but it is a clever decoy placed here by a bear to distract you. But if the creature is just a distraction placed by a bear, where's the actual bear? I don't know. Why don't we ask Zowie? What? Zowie isn't a... Oh my goodness.
This isn't possible.
What the actual fuck? How did I not notice this? Don't be too hard on yourself. Bears are masters of disguise. But Zowie is literally attached to me. Where did they go while this bear was standing behind me pretending to be them?
Cool Ranch Doritos.
Oh, I was just getting some Doritos Locos tacos.
Unbelievable.
But how did you get tacos? You can't leave my body. No, I can't, but don't sell yourself short, girl. You can't. You contain multitudes. I contain a taco restaurant?
Enough of this.
Now is not the time, you guys. There's a bear behind you, and he looks pissed. The irony here is that if Modius hadn't blown its cover, this bear probably would have been totally harmless. Isn't that funny? No, that is not funny at all. Run! You're too busy examining your culpability to run effectively. The bear mauls you so hard it shreds its own disguise off in the process and leaves you with -2 fun and -1 charm. Oh, evening.
This time, I'll get it right.
I think I need more boldness at this point. I keep getting screwed by it. Nice. That day in the haunted manor, a little clown man rides a tricycle up to you and asks if you would like to play a game. Cool, you love games. You suggest Monopoly or Scattergories. The clown man tells you to find the exit key in an hour or he's going to rip off all your skin. You're not super into that idea, so you decide to compromise by going to an escape room and solving some puzzles together. It's a lot of fun, but you don't gain fun here. You gain boldness instead. Oh, goodness. Hey, Modius, get your sorry ass in here. We found a room in the manor that isn't haunted somehow. You follow Dahlia into a room only to find that it is fucking crawling with ghosts. Oh, don't worry about them. This is just where the ghosts go when they're on break. No spooky stuff at all. Yeah, and I'm taking advantage of their relaxation by killing them for bonus XP. Yeah, I thought we said we weren't going to fight any ghosts in this room. We did say that, but actions speak louder than words, Joy. My therapist taught me that. Guys, there's writing on the window over there. You didn't tell me there'd be rating in this room. At least it's written in blood. That's kind of cool. I know what you did last summer. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? That's a horror movie. It means I know what you did last summer! Oh, phew, it's just the knife guy. Hey, knife guy, do you know what the writing on this window is about? My name is Jerry, not Knife Guy, and you can't just ask me to tell you what you did last summer. You did it, you should know. But if you also know, shouldn't you be able to tell us what specific thing you're referring to? Oh, you guys just don't get it. You're supposed to frantically ask yourselves that question before dramatically remembering the answer right before I stab you.
Yeah, come on.
Here, maybe it'll help you if I stab you a lot. Ugh, I can't believe you don't remember. So rude. You'd hate to be rude and also be stabbed. Luckily, you're pretty sure you know what event from last summer Jerry is referring to. His birthday. You forgot Jerry's birthday. No!
Ugh, I wish that was friendly fire.
We didn't forget Jerry's birthday. Yeah, where the hell were you? All the hottest mass murderers were there. Professor Gun Eyes, Teen Smoking, me, of course. Me too. A lot of people don't know this about me, but I've killed a ton of people. Technically, it was a tragic Pringle-related accident, but hey, it gets me into Jerry's parties. Hang on, I was at the party, but I'm not a mass murderer. Yes, you are! How many ghosts have you murdered since entering this room? Roughly all of them? Oh, I get it. I wasn't on the guest list, but I did crash the party for a climactic showdown with Professor Gun Eyes. Heck yeah, you did. A party crasher is the coolest kind of party guest. I don't need your approval, Jerry. But I appreciate it nonetheless. Wow, it looks like Modius isn't a cool enough mass murderer to get invited to Jerry's birthday. Nor is she a good enough person to crash the party in the name of justice and decency. Well, does that mean Modius sucks? Oh no. I mean, I didn't want to say anything, but there is a reason why she wasn't invited. Anyways, this was all an elaborate way of inviting you all to my birthday bash this year. All of you except for Modius, obviously. Obviously. No, you hate being left out. You plead with Jerry, and he finally agrees to let you attend. As a murder victim, you lose 2 charm and 1 pull. Come on! I'm losing my mind here. I am not getting any of these. I've only gotten 1 of these prompts right. Oh, goodness. You sit down between a classic Dahlia x Joy exchange. Dahlia is being very intense and excited, and Joy looks like she'd walk over a bed of hot coals if it would shut her up. Come on, Joy. I'd be a great addition to the Coven. I've already memorized all your moves, your favorite catchphrases. I've even bought the limited edition Kawaii Third Hope phone case off eBay. What more do I need to do? How about be a witch? Or even having even the slightest bit of foresight and subtlety to your plans. I can be subtle. Look at me. I'm being subtle right now. Watch as I inconspicuously nudge you towards inviting me into the Coven. Now please let me be into the Coven. I want this so badly. We don't need a 4th member. 3 is the number of the triple goddess, which is not a force that can be broken. Also, we only have 3 main character slots available. If we open a 4th, the network will be forced to establish a union. Well, I'm sure there's something I could do. Maybe I could be your body double for the really intense fight scenes. I mean, we're basically twins already.
Not happening.
No. Oh, come on. Look, I already have a Joy wig that I can wear. Is that real hair? Hell yeah, I've been collecting it slowly while you slept so that I could be prepared for this exact situation. Which should show you how committed I am to the Coven. Joy looks halfway between exasperated and disturbed, but God, Dahlia's just so cute when she's irresponsibly passionate about something. You know she's not gonna drop this until she gets a satisfactory answer. But which of them do you want your answer to appeal to the most? You can be a Coven sleeper agent, so go to sleep and we will let you know when you're needed. Coven's last season was too grim. This season, we need more sex appeal. You can be irresistible blue seductress who distracts the villains. You're a sleeper agent. Wait, how does me sleeping help the Coven with an intense battle sequence or a tender emotional conversation that builds character relationships and raises the stakes for the overall season arc?
Not half bad.
No, trust me, Modius. Trust me, Modius is, like, so right about this. The role of Coven sleeper agent is very serious and definitely totally essential to our cause. Well, in that case, count me in. I'll sleep like no man, woman, or non-binary badass has slept before. Yeah, cool, you do that. Okay, now let's talk strategy. Shall I go silent mode or full-on snoring? Do you have any advice on the best pose to maximize results? Blankets or no blankets? Or should I sleep with 1 foot outside the blankets in case I get too hot? You do whatever you think is best. I trust you, as long as you can start, like, right away.
I will.
Of course, anything for my fearless leader. I'll go back to my tent and start now.
Impressive.
Phew, thanks, Modius. You're a lifesaver.
You know what you're doing.
You know, the Coven itself may not necessarily need a new member, but I could always use someone to help me beat off rabid fangirls. But you know, only if that interests you. Hell yeah, it does. You enjoy some amazing alone time with Joy, discussing your favorite Coven episodes and the best strategies on how to keep annoying fans at bay. So romantic. Also, I didn't drink for the no fun.
Should have brought my sledgehammer.
I wanted to get double digits of smarts. That day while hiking through the woods, you find a tree with the words J plus S forever carved on it. Aw. Then on another tree, you find J as a lighter and a cheating hoe. That's less cute. Then on yet another tree, you find S, I know you banged like 12 people abroad in Europe, don't dish what you can't take. On the last tree, S doxes J. It turns out J lives on 78892 Smarts Lane. But you can sure learn a lot from trees. Here's a riddle for you. What do you get when a sheltered prince, a buff blue murderess, a goth bookworm who's sick of their shit, and a horny motherfucker go on a hike together? The answer is lost. You get lost.
I need a break.
For the last time, we are not lost. I know how to get back to camp from here. If you guys would just listen to me, I'll lead you back to Joy. Shut up and face reality. We're definitely lost. We've been walking in circles for hours. We passed that tree like 20 times. Oh, excuse me. We're in a forest. All the trees look identical. Nope, no way. I've seen movies. This is the part where we all start arguing and dissolve into madness until the forest witch comes and kills us. A witch is definitely going to kill you if you don't calm the hell down. No, for once, I think we should hear Damien out. Any survival technique could be crucial to surviving long-term marches in the wilderness. Long marches? We've been out here for 30 minutes tops! Okay, first things first, I need some water before I start having dehydration hallucinations. Good thinking. Oh, it looks like the canteen is empty. What the fuck? Damien, chill out.
Listen up, noobs.
How do you expect me to chill out when we're lost in a forest without any water or faucets or chase lounges to faint dramatically on? I don't want to die surrounded by noobs like you. You are not gonna die. We're super close to camp, and even closer to at least 2 fresh water streams. No, I'll never make it. The solution is obvious. We need to drink our own pee. No, actually, we really don't. We only have 2 options here, Joy. If we want to make it out here alive, we either have to drink our own pee or cut off our hands. The lesser of 2 evils survival tactic. I know it well. I'm very attached to my fist of blue fury, so I will stoop to drinking my own urine if my life depends on it.
Ugh.
Guys, if I have to watch you drink your own pee, I'm definitely gonna barf. Hey, that's good. Try barf into a bag or something. We can eat it later when we start starving to death. No, don't give up, Joy. Maybe if we make the pee more palatable, it'll keep your morale up while we slowly die from exposure. Good idea, Dahlia. Maybe we can make a pee energy drink, or even a pure pee-based beer. No, we need something that will still hydrate us. What about a pea tea? They're only 1 letter off anyway. Now is probably not the time to correct Dahlia's spelling. Oh, I have a better idea. What about a pea boba tea? I love boba tea. Did anyone bring any powdered tapioca we can make into the boba pearls?
I'm a pro.
Hey, I have some. Valerie sold it to me a while ago and assured me it'd be useful if I was dumb enough to get into drinking my own pee for stupid reasons. It truly baffles me that you two will put so much effort into something so completely unnecessary. Okay, time to forage for some flavor-enhancing ingredients. Damien, you enjoy get to that while I boil the pea. It should only take... Wait, Dahlia, are you holding a water bottle? Yeah, duh, what else am I gonna boil the pea with? My own sweat? That's just disgusting. Why can't you just drink your fucking water then?
You need to learn from the pros.
Well, it's a little late for that now, isn't it, Joy? Dahlia's already boiled her pee with it. No turning back now. Plug your nose and get ready to chug. Uh-oh, you probably only have a few seconds to stop Dumb and Dumber from drinking their own piss before Joy blows chunks. Better think of something fast. Spoil the tea and convince Damien and Dahlia not to drink it. How can you spoil it? Well, by peeing all over it. That's probably boldness. Perform one of the most difficult and obscure survival skills of all time. Peeing Dr. Pepper. Yes! Smarts, finally! With extreme focus, you tense exactly the right muscles and manage to pee a generous amount of Dr. Pepper.
Fucking metal.
Fuck yes, Modius. Why didn't you tell me that you could piss this awesome?
Not half bad.
Wow, even I'm a tiny bit impressed. I mean, this is still definitely gross, but that's actually Dr. Pepper.
You are winning at summer.
Victory is ours. Feeble thirst tremble before Modius's powerful tangy soda urine. Your friends all take sips of your special homebrewed Dr. Pepper. Damien's thirst is quenched and Dahlia's bloodlust is temporarily satisfied. Demon Joy considers it passable. Jeez, I gotta say, we really solved that conflict pretty quickly. It's nice to just sit back, relax, and oh my goddess, you guys, we're still drinking pee right now. How is this okay? Why am I more relaxed than I've ever been in my whole life? Joy, you're making a classic tactical mistake, overthinking. Just look at the dang stuff. It doesn't look like pee, it doesn't taste like pee, so therefore, obviously it isn't pee. Yeah, but does the flavor actually make it not pee, or is it still pee that just tastes good? I guess I'm trying to ask, does this make us perverts? Yes. But wait a second, have you guys ever drunk pee before? No, I've never faced pee before in a mouth battle. Nope, never even considered it. You guys think that all peas just secretly taste like Dr. Pepper and we just never tasted it so we didn't know? Wait, Modius, did you drink your pee before? Realize it tasted like Dr. Pepper and then trick us into drinking your pee by telling us it was Dr. Pepper? Well, if we stop asking all these questions, we might free ourselves from the knowledge that we just drank pee. I guess you're right.
We're like masters of survival.
Here's to blissful ignorance. Cheers. In many years, you'll think back upon this lovely summer hike full of friendship and zany adventures, and who can even remember when you ended up drinking? It definitely wasn't piss, right? Yeah, there's no way. You gained some beautiful memories you'll always cherish, along with 2 bonus and 1 smarts. Thank you.
Let's do it by the book.
Let's get some creativity in us. More love potion math. That day in Monster Scouts, you all learn to identify different animal tracks. First, you practice identifying bears and deer, but then you start having to identify way more specific tracks. You identify the tracks of a Sculptar, half human, half sculpture. You follow the tracks until you find the legendary beast. The Sculptar teaches you the basics of sculpture. You gain +2 creativity. Later, you're wandering around trying to tell if you have mercury poisoning from all the tuna you ate for breakfast. When you see, oh goodness sake, she has the classic outfit on again, MMA Johnson Jojima and Scott.
I love taking pictures.
Yo, Modius, check it out. MMA Johnson Jojima and me are doing photography. It's basically the art version of sports. Again with this photography stuff? Yep, we're taking a photography class together. This week we're supposed to capture the majesty of nature. What would you say is more majestic, a small bush or a small shrub? Definitely the shrub. You have a desperate need to be included in basically everything your friends do, so you whip out your phone and start snapping pics with Scott and MMA Johnson Jojima. Yay, friendship! Suddenly, Scott pauses. He takes a big sniff of the air and inhales for about 40 seconds straight. It's an awkwardly long time to be inhaling. I thought something smelled kinda off. MMA Johnson Jojima, you okay? You smell sorta stressed out. Like that time I asked you if I could eat macaroni just using my butt. Huh? Oh, please don't smell me, thanks.
Something doesn't
But I
feel
am a bit stressed. It's just that everything is so calm. And when things seem calm, that's actually when they're the least calm. It's the calm before the storm. When there's no obvious evil encroaching, that just means the whole world is about to be blindsided by the biggest threat imaginable. We should be more worried than ever. Do you think that maybe you just saved the world so much you got used to saving it? Maybe you're just not used to chilling out. It's like me in footballs. When I see a football, I want to catch it, but somebody has to throw it first so that it needs to be caught. It took me a while to accept that. No way. This is not about me and my emotional defense mechanisms. There's definitely an ancient evil lurking just beneath the surface somewhere around here. Like, for example, look at these pictures. If this was a normal episode with the Coven, we spend the first 2 minutes taking photos and setting up some B-plots. And then we discover a mysterious omen in these pictures, teasing the larger evil that's yet to come. See, doesn't this picture of a tree look a little foreboding to you? It just kind of looks like a normal tree to me. Looks sort of familiar, actually. I think I peed on that tree once. Oh god, is that an omen? Okay, so maybe that's not an omen, but what about this photo of a sunflower? At first, I thought it showed off the elegant symmetry of the flower, but shit, it might be an omen. Alright, I'm gonna look through the pictures I took and find an omen because I want to be a good friend. Pictures, pictures, pictures. Oh my god, MMA Johnson Jojima, look! Look at this photo, it's so blurry, it's evil, it's a blurry evil omen.
My goddess.
No, that's just your thumb. That's a blurry picture of your thumb. Hecate, help me, maybe this was a bad idea. Uh-oh, looks like MME Johnson Jojima is coming out short on omens and is about to be exposed as a total workaholic. Look through your pictures and find something ominous to help her out. This picture has a flock of birds, which are classic bad omens. If we connect the birds like you'd connect the dots, I'm sure we'd find an ominous warning. Possibly, actually. The resolution is oh, that's smart. I think I might need to do that. The resolution is too high in all these pictures. It's clear omen that technology has gone too far. I think this is smart. Yes! Well, that's an awesome sunset picture, Modius. I thought trying to take some sunset pictures this morning, but they all looked like the sun was rising for some reason. Scott, I think Modius is right. This definitely seems like an omen to me. Don't you think this picture is a little too good? I don't know. I thought Professor Lensbottom said that all photos were good photos as long as you were capturing them with the lens of your heart. Oh, Scott, never change. But literally, this photo's resolution is too good for a cell phone camera. There must be an explanation, and I bet this goes all the way to the top. You, Scott, and MME Johnson Jojima begin an extensive investigation on your cell phone's suspiciously high level of camera resolution. You go undercover and get a job at the manufacturing plant. MME Johnson Jojima taps into your satellite signal to trace a hacker through the World Wide Web. Scott, eat your phone, just in case. The results of your preliminary investigation reveal that MME Johnson Jojima was right. There's a conspiracy here, and you have no idea how far it will go. It's 3 days later. You're in a scuba suit floating 18,000 leagues deep in the Bermuda Triangle, and you're staring at the secret underwater lab you've been searching for. You press the button on your detonator and pray to God that you rig the charges correctly. God hears your prayer. The armored access door is blown to bits. You, Scott, and MME Johnson Jojima infiltrate the secret lair. Your whole investigation has been building up to this moment. The stakes have never been higher.
Such a twist.
Finally, we're in. Consider your days of freedom over, Commander von Loveborg. You're surrounded. Commander von Loveborg jumps back in shock and shrieks, "Egad, not you three. I'm so close to world domination, you sniveling fools." The jig is up, Loveborg. We just deactivated your nuclear missile supply, and we've already neutralized your fleet of hyper-intelligent mosquitoes. Surrender. Damn you, MME Johnson Jojima, and damn the day that I sold Tim Cook my hyper-resolution camera technology in order to forge an alliance with the Kingdom of the Jellyfish. That was your big mistake. As soon as Modius realized something was up with that sunset photo, everything just fell into place. Yeah, I don't care how many photos I gotta eat. You'll never destroy the world I live in, von Loveborg. Whew, the villain is vanquished and the day is saved. All thanks to your fake, deep Instagram picture of a sunset. You did it. Also, once the mayor finds out that you saved the city of Detroit from Commander von Loveborg, he gives you the key to the city, along with 2 boldness and 1 creativity. Thank goodness. At night.
The time has come.
We might have a chance yet, ladies and gentlemen. We might have a chance yet. Later, you find Joy and Veronica hanging out near the campfire. This is normal. Oh goodness. They've gathered around an eerie, blood-stained skull made entirely out of gold and valuable jewels. It looks priceless beyond words. This isn't normal. It's so beautiful and it looks anatomically accurate. I wonder if they used a real-life skull as a mold or if it's an actual skull cast in gold. Either way, it's badass. It's so pretty, I don't want to eat it. I've never felt this way before. Is this love, you guys? Is this feeling love? I mean, obviously this thing is both 1, a dangerous magic object with incarnate power, and 2, an insightful metaphor about how capitalism entombs our minds in endless greed. You ask them what the fuck is up with this super wax skull.
Such a twist.
Oh, this? Isn't it obvious? It's a MacGuffin. That is an object that is going to be very necessary to the plot and central to the motivation of the main character. Joy's totally right. You have no idea what this skull is for, but you can feel the narrative importance radiating off of it. We're not really sure what the skull actually does or where it came from, or if it's cursed and going to drive us into a fit of insanity. That makes us eat our own hair. But literally, who cares? A MacGuffin this awesome is guaranteed to have a huge narrative payoff.
The adventure.
They're always so satisfying. This is going to be such a good start to my next adventure.
Ugh.
Excuse me, did you say your next adventure?
That
Veronica, when we stumbled upon this golden skull on that strange altar in ruins of the Temple of Istis, I think it was pretty obvious that it was there for me. I'm the main character. Ha, that's hilarious. Joy, sorry to burst your bubble, but you're definitely a B-tier side character for comic relief. Your bit is that you think you're the main character. I've got everything a main character needs. Emotional backstory, bloodlust, high DPS, and now I'm going to add that sick skull to my inventory too. Veronica, I really do understand where you're coming from, but because my deep empathy is what makes me such a good leader and natural protagonist. But I'm afraid you're sorely mistaken, that skull is mine! I'm certain that it's going to inspire at least a 3-episode arc, and it's way more in my genre than yours. You guys are both wrong. I'm the main character. This is a local multiplayer comedy dating sim video game, and that skull is made of chocolate. But whoever the main character is, you're sure of one thing, it's not you. So help decide which one of these honeys gets that MacGuffin. Something this heavy is going to take up at least 3 inventory slots. Joy's the only one here with the requisite inventory space. According to D&D Beyond, this item has a +3 Constitution modifier and is best wielded by someone with a higher armor class. Only Veronica could use it properly. Gonna give it to Joy. Yes! Wow, Modius, I can't believe I'm saying this, but that's actually factually correct and surprisingly reasonable. Not to be rude or anything, it's just that usually when you contribute to our conversations, you spout some random, absurd, fictional bullshit. Psst. So what if I have a full inventory? I'll just do what I always do. Drop my least valuable items on the ground and pick up the skull. Veronica opens up her inventory menu and starts scrolling through her 82 pages of items. Alright, least valuable items. Here we go. I mean, I guess I don't need 2 enchanted range short bows. I could just get rid of one of them. Are you kidding, Veronica? What if you're in what if you're in battle against an enemy that's only vulnerable to short bow attacks and your first short bow breaks? You definitely need both of those. Wow, you're totally right. I can't believe I didn't think of that. But what about tossing my elixir of maximum hydration? It's really just a water bottle. No way in hell you can get rid of that. Sure, the elixir isn't worth much, but you want as many bottles as you can carry for catching fairies and saving leftover soup. Yeah, that's a Zelda reference. That makes a lot of sense. Let me scroll to the last page. See right here, I have 3 inventory slots full of expired hard candies. I'll just get rid of those and... No, you can't! I eat those hard candies all the time! Do you know how delicious expired emulsifer soy lecithin tastes? Fine, I give up. You know what, that skull may be valuable, but it's not worth letting go any of my precious inventory items. You can have it. Come on, Veronica, let's get out of here. These people don't understand the value of inventory space. And also, I want a hot dog. Wait, Veronica, before you go, I just wanted to say that I'm sorry for what I said before.
Okay.
When it comes to hoarding an insane amount of inventory items, you're totally the main character. Thanks, that means a lot. And have fun with the skull. I bet you're gonna have a really good plot arc with it or whatever. Veronica and Zowie leave to find the nearest hot dog merchant, and Joy lovingly caresses the ruby eyes of the MacGuffin. Thanks a lot for your help, Modius. I've been assuming that this MacGuffin would send me on a wild magical adventure. But now I'm kind of wondering if it's the start of our romantic subplot. Does this feel like an inciting incident to you? Score! You and Joy spend a few hours together losing yourselves in the thrall of the skull's ancient curse and in each other's eyes. Bring out your flasks. Make my choices. The weekend is here and you have no money, which means it's time to hit up Juan for some free booze. Hi there, welcome back. Do you want another free drink? Yeah, I thought so. Luckily for you, I'm a generous little kitty. Take what you want.
One by one, they'll all join my harem.
I'm gonna go with the censored drink. Yeah, the censored one. The Redacted. The Redacted has some weird, powerful properties that stop anyone from being capable of actually using its real name. I think by drinking it, you absorb some of its properties. So I guess you're redacted from now on. So mysterious. No!
Let's drink our sins away.
Hope you can stomach that. Happy trails. So now I am redacted, and I must take a drink.
Let's engage in proper camp activities.
Ugh, alright. I guess I'll level up my boldness. That day in the Haunted Manor, you accidentally stumble upon a cult meeting in the hallway. The cultists are wearing terrifying black robes, standing over a bloodied body and chanting. You try to flee, but one of them shoves a flyer in your hand. The ink burned your eyes to read, but you managed to find the words, new recruits get healthcare benefits with same-day sign-up. That's pretty good. What? Sold. You gain a bunch of new cultist buddies, and your new insurance covers spontaneous +2 boldness growths. Cool. Later, you're looking around for Joy. You just finished reading her copy of How to Be a Slightly Better Friend Despite Your Suffocating Horniness by Dr. Hugh G. Boners. Or Dr. Huge Boner, MD. You see Joy nearby. She's quietly reading, and you learned that it's rude to interrupt, so you give the book back and turn to go. Yay! You showed basic respect to your friend. Wait, redacted. That's it? You're just gonna leave without introducing any absurd high-stakes shenanigans?
Booty calls.
Come on, don't be shy. You're always inciting the anger of dark evil forces, and I always save you thanks to my magical powers and impeccable leadership skills. You tell Joy that you don't really have any urgent misadventures going on ever since you stabbed that ghost in the face last week. Things around camp have been pretty chill. Oh, well, I guess that's good. I mean, it's not like I was hoping you were possessed by an eldritch horror, so I could cleanse you and save the world from a primal evil. In fact, I'm happy that you're not interrupting me with life or death narrative sticks, so I was technically supposed to take this summer off, so I guess I'll, relax. Joy's so cute, and also a low-key workaholic. You remind her that she defeated Dimitri and Morty's plans to poison the water supply last week. That was enough heroics, right? Redacted, you're totally right. Dimitri and Morty are my closest official nemesis. We should head over to Camp Rival Camp right away.
Let's save the world.
We can spy on Dimitri and Morty and make sure they're not plotting the end of the world or the rise of the dark side or anything like that. Great idea, Redacted. Not what you meant, but whatevs. You follow Joy to Camp Rival Camp, and you two hide out in the bushes. Right away, you spot Dimitri and Morty. Check out those fiendish, muscular villains. They're clearly planning some kind of evil scheme. Just look at them. They're using that sword to make adorable origami animals. Oh, that's so cute. Yep, Morty and Dimitri are doing some adorable and maybe deadly arts and crafts. Before long, they move on to their next BFF activity. Aww. Grooming an alpaca. Dimitri put a party hat and a poncho on an alpaca, and Morty is busy weaving beads into its mane. They are having so much fun. Okay, I know it doesn't look like they're being evil, but what if that's a sacrificial alpaca? Maybe they're preparing to sacrifice it in some kind of evil ritual. Oh my goodness. Then you watch as these two shirtless goofballs cook up some homemade raspberry jelly. Somehow they fashioned some fancy jelly beards, and then wear the beards? Sticky but sexy. This is so frustrating. I can't tell if these two are doing evil deeds or if they're just being stupid. And I'll look like a total idiot if I intervene when there's no evil to defeat. Can't believe I'm saying this, but Redacted, what do you think? How do we tell if Morty and Dimitri are actually being evil? Dimitri and Morty are idiots, and stupidity is basically a different language. Hire an interpreter who's fluent in stupidity. That sounds smart. Disney movies taught you well. If these two are evil, they'll burst into a classic villain song sooner or later. That sounds like fun. Smarts! Yes! Huh, someone who's fluent in stupidity. It's interesting, but I'm not sure who we can... Oh my goddess, I know exactly who we can ask. You know exactly who she means. You get out your phone and call Scott. Yeah, I knew it. Hey guys, thanks for asking me to hang out in Camp Rival Camp's bushes. I love hanging out in bushes and sometimes peeing on them. Thanks for coming, Scott. Redacted and I have a favor to ask. You know how you're a really good boy, right?
I'm a good boy!
Yes, yes, yes. I am a really, really, really good boy. Since you're such a good boy, we want you to talk to Dimitri and Morty right over there. Then come back here and tell us if they're playing anything nefarious. Got it? Scott walks over to Dimitri and Morty. You're worried that this is going to end with a werewolf minotaur vampire bloodbath. Oh my goodness. But shockingly, Dimitri and Morty immediately sense that Scott is just as dumb as they are. They invite Scott to play Jellybeards with them. He enthusiastically agrees. After 3 hours of solid playtime, Scott heads back over to you and Joy. You guys are still hiding in the bush. Scott has a full beard made of jelly. Oh, excuse me. Hey Joy, hey Redacted. You guys, I had the most fun ever of all time with Dimitri and Morty. Did you know that you can make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich using only peanut butter bread and a bread made of raspberry jelly? And a beard made of raspberry jelly?
This has been joyful.
God, this warms my cynical heart. Sounds like you three had a lot of wholesome, non-evil fun together. Joy, can I please go play more with Dimitri and Morty? Please, 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 please. Of course you can. Thanks again for your help, Scott. You're a good boy, and you're a great friend. Wow, that was deeply adorable. And Stupidity Interpreter was actually a pretty great idea, Redacted. Thanks. I have to admit, maybe I had been a little too obsessed with saving the day all the time.
Finally,
I
I can read in peace.
am officially going to take the rest of the day off. Maybe we could spend it together. You spend a romantic afternoon with Joy, and Scott makes you a custom jelly beard. You eat your own beard and get +2 charm and 1 bonus. Yes! Oh, the dawn of the final day.
This time, I'll get it right.
I'm sure I'm not gonna get +4 charm, so let's... I guess I'll get some fun. Aww. While looking around the lake for a private place to take a pee, you find a treasure map buried in the sand. Leads to an X in the center of the lake. You gather a crew of trusted friends, don your eye patch, and sail out there to find the booty. When you arrive, you find a tiny island with a single palm tree. You dig up a box that says, open in case of a very boring day. You open the box and find 2 fun. Arr. Later, you're helping Joy test out some of her latest potions. You down a mysterious vial of green bubbling elixir and wait to feel its effect. Did it work, Redacted? Do you feel any less horny? Joy leans in super close, checking your pupils for dilation. You shake your head. The potion didn't work. You're still super horny. Either that or you're just in love with Joy.
You would make an interesting love interest.
Whatever. That potion is only effective about 40% of the time. Plus, I think I might actually miss your rampant horniness if you were cured. I guess you're growing on me. Oh, by the way, you should come to my show tonight. Remember my Screamo band Ventagram? I'm the lead singer. Damien and Dahlia are backup, but we've got a gig. We're playing at Shit Church. You know that super shitty bar that they built in an abandoned church? A lot of people confuse Shit Church with the other nearby church/bar, Ash Chapel. But Shit Church has way more ghosts, and the drinks are half price after 11. You should come tonight, although one of those potions I gave you has a rare side effect that makes you turn into a literal bull. So if you're busy, I get it. Holy shit. Joy just invited you to her show. That's basically a date. This is your chance to show you how serious you are about having sex with her by being Ventagram's #1 fan. Ventagram is pretty popular, though. Chances are there'll be tons of horny fans of the show. You'll have to distinguish yourself from the crowd to get Joy to notice you. That night, you show up to Shit Church. It's fucking terrifying. The whole bar is filled with ghosts, Screamo fans, and Catholic priests. You can't tell if everyone is speaking in tongues or if they're just really drunk. Also, there are no bathrooms, just wormholes to hell that people are pissing directly into. Yep, this bar is definitely the most terrifying single location you've ever been in. It's the perfect place for a Screamo show, and look, there's Ventagram.
What a joy to see you.
Looks like you showed up, Redacted. I'm happy that you're here and that I didn't accidentally turn you into a bull. You would have been a cute bull, though.
Fucking metal.
Redacted, guard your eyes because Ventagram is about to rip them out with sound. Ventagram shreds. Indeed, we're gonna wage war on your body with sound. Come on, Damien, let's beat the shit out of each other to warm up.
Booty calls.
Thanks for coming, Redacted. We're about to go on, so I should change into my outfit. If you're an extra enthusiastic fan, you could help me take it off after the show. God, you're in love with this hot feminist witch. And Ventagram's about to start. What's your strategy for being the most awesome fan of all time? Any fan can clap and cheer. You'll celebrate Ventagram's greatness by performing a blood pagan ritual in their honor. That sounds like either bold or fun. An average fan would wear a t-shirt with the band's name on it, but you're no average fan. You'll wear a t-shirt with the band's members' social security numbers. I think that might be bold. Oh, this might not end well for me. I've seen what happens in both the good and bad cases for the top, so let's go to the bottom. No, it's creative and I'm not creative enough! You look around Shit Church and scoff. All these other loser fans are just wearing the merch sold by the band. You whip out your custom-made shirt. It lists the full names and social security numbers of everyone in the band. Also lists their blood types, just to be safe. Meanwhile, Ventagram is on stage finishing up their sound check. Joy smiles at you and then looks down and reads your shirt. Hey, what the fuck? That's my actual social security number on your t-shirt. You realize you're basically doxing me, right? Yeah, how the fuck did you get that information? The only people that know my social security number are my dad's. They said they'll tell me what it is when I'm old enough. Redacted, do you have any idea how risky it is to expose that information publicly? God, now I'm all stressed out right before we go on. Fuck! Pentagram plays the gig, but Joy is thrown off and the audience is pretty lukewarm. After they finish, the bartender announces the next band to play, the Identity Thieves. Shit, you guys, this is the worst case scenario. We're totally fucked here. Wait, why? Is it because the Identity Thieves shred harder than we do? That's impossible, Joy, it's impossible!
Enough of this.
No, you fucking idiots. It's because they're going to steal our identities if they see redacted shirts. Fucking duh. No, you're right. We can't let that happen, but it's okay. There's no way to prevent the Identity Thieves from ever seeing the shitty t-shirt. Ha! Finally, it's time for you to take off your shirt. This was your plan all along. The social security numbers were just an excuse to rip off your shirt and show off your abs.
This is a takeover!
We'll just have to cover redacted in tarantulas so no one can read the numbers on the shirt. There's no other way out of this. Wait, what? How are tarantulas the solution here? You tried to protest, but it's too late. Damien dumps a huge bucket of tarantulas all over you. Joy is definitely annoyed with you for risking her identity and for being super annoying at this gig. You're the least popular person in shit church, which is kind of impressive. But not even the tarantula— oh no! Oh, but not even the tarantulas want to be seen with you. Your loneliness loses you 3 fun, but at least you learned something from all this. You did learn something, right? Oh.
One by one, they'll all join my harem.
I'm gonna try, but I don't think it's gonna work. Yes.
One by one,
I don't think this is gonna
they'll
work.
all join my harem.
You finally gather the courage and ask your beloved to watch the meteor shower with you?
Oh, hey.
You want to be a summer fling, huh? Let me run some divination first. You know, to be sure we have a future together. Watch, I'll stir these tea leaves and I'll read the future from them. It's gonna be a no. Let me see. Oh no, these leaves totally say tragedy awaits us, so we did. I knew it. I'm so sorry. It's not me, it's the tea leaves who have spoken. Damn tea leaves, right?
Bye.
Bye.
I'm not looking for love.
Being rejected
At least not
sucks
from you.
big time. But it's okay, right? You're sure life will get better from here? Well, it doesn't. Darn it! Oh, I got a lot from that, though. Before we knew it, those weeks were gone. It felt like a hot minute, and it felt like an entire lifetime. That night, as we saw summer coming to an end, we all wondered what would come next for us. It felt like the end of something big. Little did we know, life still had many wonders and misadventures in store for us. Now I'm older and I can see it. How those years became the foundation of the mythology of our lives. Broken hearts turned tragedies sung for centuries. Wild nights became epics treasured forever. Every kiss and laugh is now a constellation we'll always find while gazing into the starry nights, no matter how many years go by. Nope, I'm not, nope, no credits, no credits. You've just unlocked the community punch. That's good at least. Darn it! Alright, we're gonna call it there for stream. We have been going on for about 5 hours, roughly. Alright. Who are we going to raid today? Who's on? Kawaii Grin, we got Grunt, we got Emerald Nagi, we got Iron Mouse, Gigaboots, and Joel. We're gonna raid Grunt, since he is actually streaming when I'm streaming. And it's been a hot minute since I've raided Grunt, so raid Gruntled Seraph. Gruntled Seraph. Please work, thank you. Alright, we're gonna be raiding Gruntled Seraph. Thank you so very much for everyone who came out and enjoyed all the fun times. Hopefully on Monday we will continue Resident Evil 6 with Patchy. Hopefully. Tuesday's the birthday stream, so no Halo that day, and plus I think Korak is still the big sickie, unfortunately. Poor lad. But yeah, thank you so very much, everyone, for coming out and for enjoying all the fun stuff we had in store for today. And I will see all of you lovely people next time. Goodbye.